underlings stand in the way. James Bott, G2 freestyled their way into Sunday. We're going to see more of that.
I mean, will we? That's the question that I've got is, will we see those crazy plays that G2 brought to the table yesterday? And now we're already seeing a quick start for G2. How long did that take, Jorby?
Exactly 6 seconds, James Bott. Beast mode down the field, everybody out of the midfield, and a second follow-up touch to beat Noli. Easy does it. JKnaps, I mean, he's in a position, but not one that gets him the save.
Hot start from G2, who has been the hottest team in North America without a doubt. The only teams they've lost to in North America were M80 and Gen G. Against everyone else, G2 has been perfect. This is such an uphill battle for OG, and it continues to be so as Daniel gets his second goal. We're only 20 seconds in, Jorby.
Now what happens to OG on this play? Oh, he just keeps, first he's in the midfield. He pulls off of Daniel so his teammate can come up, take the challenge. Daniel's got excellent control of the ball and only just rotates right in, expecting a quick challenge to happen. But Daniel still had control with no challenge coming. So nobody was there to defend the net. Just a complete breakdown there. And OG, they can't let the ones like that, ones like those through.
Ooh, got a double bump though. Nolly forcing that ball up into the corner. Demo from Beast Mode. Beast Mode flying upfield. You have to be careful of Beast Mode. His first, he actually jumped and pinches it with Atomic in the air. Expect that Beast Mode will be on the attacking backboard looking for plays you might not expect, Jorby.
OG, no hold yet on the ball. Daniel forced him to give it up. Beast Mode's ready for it. We'll find it back to Calm on the slight pre-jump, as you called. He'll keep it going. Back to JKnaps. JKnaps looking for the double tap. Atomic catches him in stride.
JKnaps putting shots on target. It's one of the best shooters that Rocket League has ever seen. G2 will not want to give him looks. Beast Mode didn't have enough boost to get up and over that ball as much as was required to put it on target. Now Calm is trying to make a play happen all on his own. That dunk from JKnaps clangs off the post and goes out. That was a scoring chance for OG, who have stabilized after giving up those 2 quick goals.
Not quite over yet on the push, although they're starting to lose control here. Calm wanted to stay back, anticipating Beast Mode. Going to his touch. A couple of saves for OG. And only breaks through the midfield line. You actually got to shake the ball off of G2. Atomic just drives for free on the flick. Beast Mode almost scores. OG get there in time, but there's too much pressure, and OG gave him too much space.
Saw the all-out panic. Atomic's flick forced the defense up. Calm getting a 0 boost save. Nolly diving in with 0. JKnaps also running out almost empty. That flick, even though it didn't go in, forced all the boost out of OG and also put them out of position. A controlled start for G2. And they are just that good at times, Jorby. It is a tough team to beat, G2, when they are playing at this level.
And 2 of these goals, they gave up the midfield to Daniel on an attempted fake challenge. Then they get scored on. And then that one, Atomic just dribbled the ball through, and everyone is expecting to defend the flick, but then Atomic flicked it. And no one from OG got the touch, but that touch, it doesn't matter because G2 come back and they delete you. OG have to press G2 and they can't keep giving them these touches, but it's gonna be tough when you're constantly playing from behind, and Daniel gets to keep the ball close. Beast Mode comes in, almost stealing the goal there. Noli picks up the save.
And on that last play, that attack from OG, Nolly went for the pass, and G2 saw that play developing and instantly just went for the demo on the shooter. OG has had a couple looks, but G2 have been a step ahead at every point in the game so far. Beast Mode with the low boost challenge, but JKnaps collects it nicely. He's thinking about taking up the wall, now seeing what space Atomic gives him.
Oh, good idea to block him. Only had to stay back a bit. Calm was coming back to grab boost. He tried for the pinch this time. Nolly will leave the rotation. JKnaps can't go for the ball, though, and the midfield is open for G2 again. Here's Daniel on the reset. Gets the dunk. Up high for Atomic. He wins the bout. Beast Mode flies in. Almost had it. JKnaps with no boost will keep them out for now, but Daniel flings one right back to them. Off target. Calm into safety for JKnaps with a full tank of boosts.
All right, JKnaps got control of the ball and the boost. Nolly waiting for a rebound here if it happens. Beast mode getting it up and past Nolly. The dive from Calm. More offensive opportunities. We've seen some possession in G2's half. OG still have not been able to find that last pass or shot to get it by G2. Good speed at the midfield from Daniel. Keeps G2 on the attack. Might be a scoring chance there, but JNaps again getting a save.
Good vision from JNaps, anticipating that follow-up. He's able to cut out the pass. Atomic misses a quick pass there. No blame for sure. Had no boosts. OG are just playing defense right now. Game one squarely in G2's favor. It got away from OG early on.
Conley blocker. Ooh, the beast mode managed to dodge that.
No, he's got the ball, fakes it to Calm, and a weak shot. All about timing as he expends the boost to get to the ball, and could not time it well. Daniel will fling it away, and game one squarely in G2's hands.
We'll see if OG can at least prevent the shutout. The flip reset pass doesn't find a teammate. And this game, it was just a rough start for OG. 2 goals in the first 20 seconds that we saw. OG did start to fight back. They had possession. They had a few looks, but overall, the speed from G2 was too much to handle, and that is why G2 has such...
Find a way to tighten that up here in game two.
And you talk about giving G2 the ball. A lot of times when the ball is given to G2, they don't give it up easy. I joked yesterday that their cars were covered in pine tar. Every single one of them has excellent car control, world class, and that they're going to be able to keep that ball close to maintain as many options as possible. So we'll see how OG can respond to that. OG, one of the best teams at playing with low boost, but I think G2, one of the hardest teams to play when they've got it.
Just so good in that support role, but OG are the support team, and they've shown they can play with that solid structure where someone's always covered. They'll start with some offense. They're going to need to work for it. Calm steals the boost. Bumps beast mode out of the way. JNaps comes in, but again, a layer from Atomic. He gets a perfect touch. Look how Nolly has to stretch just to get the ball back to his corner, and beast mode knew it, forces the 50. G2 don't get that one.
That play from Atomic was so good. He was the last one capable of making a stop on G2. Not only does he get the stop, but his 50 went up and behind Nolly. And now we see G2 on the offensive attack. The flip reset from beast mode. Threatening, also forcing a lot of boost down. There's a team bump, leaving JNaps alone with 0 boost. More boost woes for OG.
Good for JNaps to get out there and make sure he can actually make a play on the ball. Calm does get his corner boost. Nolly and JNaps looking for a way out. A demo can relieve a pressure for about 2 seconds. As you can see, OG keeping the ball tight. Nolly will start. JNaps pre-jumped this flick, but it went too far ahead of him. Daniel kills it to the corner.
Trade 2v2 for a brief moment. Daniel will flick it out just because he had no boost. Does steal OG's corner in beast mode. Hovering, cutting off some options, and it forced the ball out of JNaps. But there's a bump and another physical play. JNaps, he just stayed upfield and was attacking. He hits Daniel, then he speed flips and actually forces Atomic into an awkward situation.
Yeah, Atomic had to drive just a little farther forward, and with a shot that had that amount of heat behind it, that'll mess your timing up for sure. And, well, how about that? JNaps, he won't get an official assist on the scorecard, but you might as well mark one down for him. Picking up that first goal for OG. A lot better at the start. But G2, well, they can hit you right back with the right hook. Atomic will take the goal.
Not too long after kickoff, yet again, beast mode jumping up and lands the bump on JNaps on the back while you're sitting there and you're seeing him boosting. You're thinking, why is he doing that? There's no way he's going to get back for a double tap, but he immediately, after getting that touch, locked in on the bump play and got revenge on JNaps.
I mean, that's why that first touch was so perfect, right? Just allowed him to chase JNaps down, but also kept that ball away and let Atomic come in to take it. So, I mean, the first touch, the landing, everything from beast mode. At this point, we are definitely not surprised. He has been having one heck of a tournament. Nolly stays with it. Nice follow-up there. Change of speed. Felt the pressure coming from the left side. Now OG moved down the field, and Nolly's first 50 creates this opportunity, and he gets to collect.
The patience from Calm as well. He's low boost, but he's still dribbling. And even though his flick didn't score. He stays in the play, looks for the demo, lands the demo, still stays in the play, makes sure that that ball is going to go in the net, landed a bump. Not sure if the bump was necessary, but Calm was doing work. Now we see a planned kickoff play from OG.
Oh. Now, Nolly again. You talk about the speed change on the first challenge that led to that goal. With G2's confident rotations, they could really catch them out, and it did that last time. He almost did it again there on that last play. Nolly really locking in the brain. When the neurons are firing well, OG look like a real threat right now against G2. Atomic pops it up, and stole it by Beast Mode from space!
This is why G2 is so fun to watch. Beast Mode stays on the ceiling. He says, yo, I know you can hit me. We did it yesterday, and G2 does it again. A dazzling play.
I'm gonna need someone to just make a video of just Beast Mode. Just Beast Mode being Beast Mode, please. I think I could watch it on loop for 10 hours.
Well, that's what we were talking about earlier, Jorby. As first man, Beast Mode, he will make plays you do not see coming. You saw it on the pre-show. You know, you almost have to start looking for Beast Mode's shadow. Forget looking for his car. Just try to find his shadow.
Yeah, when you're watching Gyro's POV during the pre-show today, the shadow was the forebearer to, well, for Dignitas, not a great result, but for G2, I mean, man, I'm still thinking about Atomic, what he said. It's like, you know what? That was the best pre-jump we ever hit. Well, Beast Mode's really doing his best to try to one-up it today. Nolly getting the demo. OG aren't done just yet.
He stays in the play and makes magic happen, but like you said, we got to get back into this game. Still a tie ball game. It might be a go-ahead chance. Calm, the delayed shot forces two to go from G2. OG, they are not intimidated, and now triple commit out of G2. Will they be able to capitalize? Nolly back to a flip reset. Calm was expecting a pass in field. Still staying upfield. That pinch is going to send it all the way back to Atomic, who centers it. Calm just trying to get this ball away from the center. Beast Mode.
What?
Still getting a piece of that ball. Calm, though, so patient earlier. That led to a goal for OG. Patiently handled that ball as well.
Oh, great reset touch from Daniel, but a weak shot from Atomic. OG looked vulnerable there. If Atomic top bins that, that's a G2 win at the end of the game. They still got the pressure. Atomic gets the pass, and it's in! Beast Mode does it again!
At 0 seconds, that's ball game. It's rolling. Atomic snipes the top corner. A wonderful pass, and Jorby,
like a maestro. The dude's insane today. It's just insane.
There's
Daniel doesn't have to do anything.
The first layer of G2's defense is Beast Mode up in your half, and then it's like Daniel hasn't really even been tested yet.
Yeah.
So, the OG forced to call that timeout now, trailing 0-2. They were leading that last game. They looked good, but it's that G2 effect. They, like I was saying before, Jorby, besides M80 and Gen G, they haven't lost to anyone else in North America all year.
You know, usually, for most teams at least, you're looking from the ground upwards, but Beast Mode, he thinks upside down. Really adds, obviously game three-dimensional. It feels like Beast Mode's finding some extra layers in those dimensions.
Maybe even 4D.
Maybe.
4D chess for Beast Mode.
Honestly, I'm starting to believe it. He can insert himself anywhere in the timeline. That'll start to explain some of the plays he's been able to cook up. Let's see what OG can do, though. They took their timeout. They took their minute. Sometimes all you have to do is take your moment. They did play a solid game for the most part in that game, too.
Oh, here's a scoring chance. Beast Mode immediately jumping up to try to knock off that shooting angle. Successfully did so, but you're right, Jorby. OG is a team that can bounce back. We've seen them make those adjustments. I love the professionalism that you see from OG. They break down the game, and you know they just look at that next step and approach it methodically.
Beast Mode covers them again. Calm is creating negative space. Actually holding on to his boost well, beating Daniel on the 50. Atomic was still landing. JNAPS doesn't have boost. He can't press. He will deny G2 their corner, and Atomic will break the rule one. as Com takes the challenge and pops up for beast mode with a perfect catch again.
See Nolly with a tip. Daniels has a little bit of space, goes for a demo, lands it, but another trade from Nolly gives space for JNaps, who flicks it up and over one. Atomic and support demos all over the field. Com will bounce it down. JNaps will be able to take over. Goes for a 50, does push it back. So this is an all-out battle for control of the midfield. Right now, we see OG hanging in there.
OG are playing for 50s once they get into this half. G2 all fully tanked, and you saw him in the air just trying to figure out, all right, how do I actually get this back to my team, or how do I get this into maybe a neutral space? And OG are just struggling even to get back to the ball. Nolly will have some space, but he just gave it right back to Daniel, who came flying from the left side of his screen. And Daniel wins 2 touches. Even when OG find ways to create space, they still have to defend the heat. And they do not have air conditioning right now. OG, Nolly with the follow-up touch, getting it through beast mode, but Com loses to Atomic. 2 touches wide, and Daniel off for a moment. We'll see what JNaps can do.
Such an impact win there from Atomic at the midfield. And you see more of this battle take place. OG not trying to give beast mode the opportunity to push that far up, and they've been succeeding so far. Nolly up and over one, but Daniel's already in the air. G2 forcing that ball up early, and they have that second man right there ready to go.
Still some space. They can't go for the boost. Nolly got a full tank off the ceiling. And, I mean, that's just a dead play right there. You had support that was back. They needed something a little juicier from Nolly on that play. And it was tough for him to really get back to the ball after his reset. JNaps trying to keep together what they were building. But it's about as precarious as a house of cards right now for OG. However, if you can maintain balance, you can still find some success. However, beast mode, he's got quite the windpipe. And it's tough to keep that house of cards stable.
That low boost for JNaps and Com. Nolly, the only player in that moment who had boost, is going to try to be patient here. Daniel, the shot down, Nolly! He gets the touch and saves it off the goal line. What a play there from Nolly.
Com up quickly. Nolly needs boost. JNaps is playing third with 100. Reads that quickly, and it's a decent catch, but he's got no boost left. And it forces beast mode into the touch. Daniel was ready to read it, fakes the first touch to get by Nolly, but the follow-ups are there for OG. They get to keep possession. Pass to JNaps, looking for the backboard. Atomic ain't giving it to him, and beast mode covers the heavy touch from Atomic. OG are forced back again.
Oh, this is a great setup. Daniel's already up and cuts Com off. No respect on that challenge.
Nolly's rotated back. Atomic again. The touch. Good challenge from Nolly. Rolled his car to get centered behind the ball. It doesn't matter, though, because the follow-up is beast mode. Coming in back to Daniel. Pitches it high. They know they have OG on the stretch. Com's got no boost. JNaps barely has anything. He's on small pad game. Beast mode, pot shot. Nolly downfield, but nobody can receive. G2 will keep it tight. And hang on a second. JNaps was ready for that touch, but it will not matter. Daniel still there for the layers. Atomic
G2's going
got
for
the
it.
grab. Here he goes to beast mode. Nolly cuts him out. OG won it right back. JNaps with the fake. Com, catch. Oh, goal!
G2 played with fire, and OG burned them.
Oh, JNaps brings out the punching bag. And that punching bag is G2 that OG just beat in game number 3. So the timeout buff works out. Now they got to keep it going. We'll see if we can even up the series. But G2, we know how they love to play with no pressure, and that's, well, that time he missed. Beast mode, hitting it off the bar, had to account for an OG player sitting along the goal line. Nolly will get the challenge. Be forced back for beast mode as G2 look for a way out.
You said it. You know, this is a big series for OG. Shopify already making the finals, and oh man, beast mode. He clips again.
And Nolly just a little farther behind from Atomic, and he gets a great follow-up touch for beast mode, who, you know, inertia was his best friend. He got him hard.
Beast mode had him all hook, line, and sinker going up, making him think that he would go for a double tap off the backboard, but immediately reels back and goes for a delayed shot.
Again, Speedy in the midfield. No one from OG was ready, and Com diving back makes one heck of an adjustment. to get that ball downfield. Back to JNaps. Got the boost steal. It's all about just whittling G2 down. OG aren't thinking about an immediate shot. They're thinking about how can we actually starve G2 out, get them off the board, and create quality opportunities. You talk about the professionalism and the smarts from this OG team. They know exactly what they have to do to beat this team, but doing it consistently and actually getting G2 off of those boost pads, that's the tough bout. Com's making it happen, getting the demo. Atomic forced to do a heavy touch, but Ollie's got no boost. The midfield doesn't spawn for him. He's happy the corner is, though. Com will protect his own as well. OG have to fight hard against beast mode.
So OG can be in control of their own destiny if they win out. Shopify making the grand finals. It was not what OG wanted to see. Right now, picking up those points, OG could be looking at a tiebreaker unless Shopify even does more. But so much to play for OG, whereas G2, they're basically playing just to lock in the #1 NA seeds at Worlds, and we see the equalizer come out from Com. OG not giving up just yet.
Yeah, nice fake from JNaps. Daniel covered the high beast mode, couldn't get there. JNaps lobbed up a perfect flick pass to Com, beating beast mode, and that has not happened often. Usually you gotta send 2 players to beat him. JNaps does it himself.
JNaps was so good on that play, and we're seeing another kickoff strat. We saw the fake kickoff before from OG. We see it again. Good call off as well, with JNaps letting Nolly take that ball upfield. Just love the teamwork. And you can just tell that every one of those players on OG, students of the game, trying to squeeze every bit of value out of any territory they've gained, every little bit of boost they have. OG not giving up yet.
Com downfield, but his teammate got deleted. JNaps reads quickly against Daniel, willing to play that aggressive. Back to Com. Nolly underneath. He slips it through. Beast mode can't get back. OG in position.
Oh, that was a big time bump. You can see Com taking Atomic out, clears the path, leaves a small sliver to shoot on far post, but Nolly snipes that corner. The question is, can OG hold on to this lead?
Standard kickoff this time. Daniel pops it up for himself.
Demo from behind.
Oh, miss from Atomic. Popped up from Daniel. That's going to buy time. That could have been disastrous with an Atomic whip and a beast mode demo. Now you have JNaps slowing it down. JNaps does not care how much boost he has. He just hopes G2 believes he can do something with it. And that belief has helped him a lot, as he has been able to warp G2 around him on his last couple of possessions. Now he gets through G2 on another. Has to chase down Atomic. And Com looking at Atomic the whole time. G2 bunched up right now. Com plowing through him. And Nolly, he's got a clean route to the goal.
Oh, they're putting Nolly in these shot-taking opportunities, and he is coming through. Com landing so many bumps, paving the way. Nolly sniping the corner again.
Now you might be, if this keeps up, the 4-way tiebreak could end up being a real possibility. OG, since the timeout, you know, last game was a difficult one, a battle of attrition, but OG are just straight up winning the bouts right now against G2. They're slipping, they're sliding, they're scoring! JNaps on the board again!
And it's a beatdown now from OG. Nolly chasing this in, doesn't even jump into that. And that no jump 50 allowed the ball to leak out perfectly to JNaps. And even on the play before, I love that Nolly is not rushing things. He even let Daniel steal a boost from him. We see another fake kickoff, and G2 walks right into it again. But it doesn't pan out there for OG, and now things get interesting. G2 cutting the lead to just 2.
Atomic changing the speed on the 50, and then beast mode plucking an OG player off the pitch on the demo. They were bunched up. Beast mode was coming from the other side, but Atomic at the very start of that, changing the speed. He approached the ball quickly, stopped, and that totally froze OG for a moment. That froze the backline, allowed beast mode to get that demo. That was a big stopper for G2. Up high again. They might get this. Ooh. Just wide.
OG will catch their breath. Atomic is going to push that upfield. Beast Mode immediately started heading downfield. Did get that little pop. Good 50 there from OG. OG have to survive for less than a minute. They've got 2 goals helping them out. 2-goal padding. Atomic breaking the rule 1 with Calm. I don't know if you saw that down on the opposite side of the field.
He did that last game too. Calm has asked him twice. And Atomic said no. We know how that goes for teams. However, G2 have the ball. Daniel throws it high. Thought the backboard was open. Calm got back to it. That's a heavy touch from JNabs, and he knew he had to get back to it, and he does. He had a helpful 50-50 from Nolly. That will help keep OG in the lead, help keep them in possession. Beast Mode will try one more pop, and Daniel couldn't find the rim, but Beast Mode does splash it right through the center.
Surely.
And all of a sudden, it's a question mark, James.
I mean, we've seen a lot of 0-second goals this weekend. Surely it won't happen again.
Let's see.
See what happens off
Big kickoff?
Oh, looks like a pretty standard one. Beast Mode passes across the middle, but it's right to JNabs. No psycho for Daniel. JNabs trying to get this ball to the ground. Atomic's airborne. Flip reset.
Okay.
Trying to get back down to the ground, but he fumbled it at the end. Didn't land.
Aquadome. Game number 5. Winner goes to match point. OG have so much at stake. They lose here. They need G2 to win just to play a tiebreaker against Shopify Rebellion. But if they win, they can just do it themselves and make it to London. Let's see if they can keep the momentum rolling. We're underway.
We saw multiple fake kickoffs from OG last game. See if they keep reaching into those strategies, trying to make things work, or if they think G2 is already caught on. Beast Mode working with some space. Atomic is trying to bulldoze his way through. There's a double commit. Daniel trying to get a flip reset double. That play was broken up by Nolly.
Atomic couldn't go. JNabs had it covered. Calm jumping into beast mode immediately, and that's the only way you can really get by him, is you have someone there to actually just challenge or force beast mode to make a move off his own back wall. They do this time. However, possession proving to be difficult to hold on to. OG got to work through a lot. Calm deletes the world, and he's got OG on top.
Of course. There's one demo from Com. 2, he had barely enough boost to make it happen. He says, you know what, Nolly, I'm offended that you even tried to take my goal. I earned that.
Oh, man. Classic Com. You got to love it. OG, the start of this season, James, it didn't look great. And I think a lot of people might have been skeptical of the roster when they first started.
They were almost swept out of Swiss. And ever since reverse sweeping the Swiss, they have been a different team.
They really have. And I mean, you talked about it too, like their ability to support each other and really their smarts behind the ball. The speed changes in this game against G2. Like OG have only gotten better this season. And it's been impressive to watch that come up. Their training, it's all paying off right now. They got to keep it up.
It's been inspiring, honestly, to see a team with players composed of people who say are these support players. They're not superstars. You know, they showed everyone that they are superstars. They have the talent and they have the desire to win. And I think their serious approach to the game and professionalism has made them stand out. They have been a shining example of what hard work can do. Flip reset all the mechanics from Com. He is not a support player. He is a main character.
He gets techie with it on this one. A nice follow-up to line up the reset, and too much power for G2 to handle. I was thinking about how JNabs squared Daniel off of his ball in the carry earlier, and Com's over here. It's like, hang on, let me give you something actually to scream about. JNabs, oh, it's about the belief. Beast Mode was there. I think JNabs might have left that, seeing Beast Mode on the side. Didn't want to give him a free 50 back to his teammate. Daniel, without any boost, drops it down. Nolly was ready, and he'll keep the ball tight. Neutral hop to stay near. And a bit of a tie-up with JNabs, but play it back to him, and maybe he'll have success. They missed the bump. Com just has to buy time, but JNabs got that midfield boost. And that boost battle has been under constant contention between these two. OG are getting a little bit more of it right now, but G2 finally press.
Low boost here for Com. He's trying to find JNAPS on the outlet. Still hits the ball to open space that forced G2 all the way back. This is such a different series. You can see how good OG is at adjustments. In those first two games, Beast Mode was wreaking havoc up on their own back wall, playing that first man so deep, but OG has been staying so close to the ball, not giving G2 any space to work with. And what a response and adjustment we've seen from OG.
G2 have found consecutive touches in the blue half. Nolly's right in the middle of each one of them. Atomic creates some negative space, but Beast Mode just chucks it away. And Com was ready for it. He was on the sidewall. They're starting to read a little farther into the future, James.
They are, but time is running out. G2, well, that'll lob it towards net, but Nolly there with plenty of time. G2 seems to have lost that pep in their step. Well, that's a big
double
50.
commit.
Nolly's got
Should
no boost, and that is a goal. You can see how awkward of a situation it was. That 50 had too much pace on it.
Yeah, too much. JNAPS was flying around it. That double commit really did kill them, especially on the limited boosts. The touch doesn't go anywhere to where a teammate's flying. That's an unfortunate mistake for OG, one that they might have not been able to afford to make. Com will get the ball immediately off the kickoff. Gets the 50. JNAPS is up. JNAPS through off the post and saved. Daniel gets credit for it. Atomic happy for the fourth man.
That hit off both posts. That hit off both posts. I can't believe it. That was so close to being a goal. G2 survived by the skin of their teeth. Beast Mode off the ceiling again. Beast Mode is the Dark Knight, and he swoops in for another goal for G2.
He hasn't turned off that bat signal, and he's always where you need him to be. Oh, man, he might go quiet for a little bit, but that's not because he went invisible. That's just because he's reloading. He's got infinite ammo. Beast Mode, another touch for him off the kickoff, but Nolly tries to get that across, and now that mistake earlier from OG really gets highlighted. One where you had control of this game. You were thinking about match point. JNAPS now has to create that match point through this 50, through this pressure. Daniel being fought with by JNAPS, and Atomic was ready for this touch. Nolly gets bumped out of the way. Com is against Beast Mode. Atomic there, so is JNAPS. OG are hanging on. Nolly in the midfield wants to find JNAPS, but he ended up ripping it straight onto the board. Beast Mode goes through. Atomic gonna find the next touch.
It's really awkward for Daniel, though. Daniel not expecting that. And they still got over him. Could have been good for OG. But now Beast Mode is trying to work with Atomic at low time. We've seen him do this before. Infield pass. It's open over Nolly. The save. It's still floating in front of OG's net. JNAPS gets it by one, and we've got overtime to put either OG or G2 on match point. Kickoff strat again from OG.
They got him. Com gets the 50 as well. JNAPS has a lot of boost. Nolly's sitting in the midfield. He has to wait for Atomic, and there's also Daniel on the wing. Beast Mode right underneath he has to think about. But he just has to get Atomic off that ball. He does. I don't know how JNAPS won that boost. How did he win that?
That forces Atomic to go all the way back and lets JNAPS get that 50.
Gotta swing back though, because Daniel's got a full tank and he's got a free ball. Gotta reset. No! Did I beat him? Whoa! Com diving back. He's got the save. Is it enough for OG to get through the midfield? Beast Mode goes back. He'll let Atomic boom it. Daniel's already there in the third, but it drops straight down for OG. Ball security needs to be at the forefront of their minds on defense. They break out, but can they take control of this ball? Beast Mode with a full tank will get another clear downfield. Good lineup from JNAPS on the 50. Daniel pitches it away. Com's got to think about where to put this, and he just goes front forward into G2.
Now Beast Mode will have a little space here. Nolly trying to be patient. He backflipped on the wall. It's off the post and out. He backflips to lock in that trajectory. OG was trying to block off all options. There's the demos. How is OG still in this game? The saves they've been making have been unreal.
Oh, and another touch out to the midfield. One that was going straight down. Atomic, big boom. Beast Mode, he jumped initially. He really wants another one. Even going for it in these overtimes. You gotta love the confidence in which all of G2 approached the game. even in these tight moments. Granted, the stakes much higher for OG for sure, but still, they're giving OG everything they got. And here's another touch that OG have to contend with on the midfield. Beast mode. How close G2 are playing this. They knew that touch wasn't going to be quality. Now they get the move downfield. OG.
Beast mode. There's a pinch and another demo from Com. His physicality has made the difference for OG. And now 50 directed across the field, but it's right to Beast mode, who has a full tank. Nolly uses up everything. It's over him. Beast mode gets the bump on Com. JNaps will clear it off the line, and Nolly, even though he's got no boost, oh no, he stole it from JNaps. OG still survived that attack.
That was such a good idea. JNaps, he threatened to go for the ball, and then he immediately turned off, went for the demo. Didn't connect, allowed Com to take the free angle, but still OG are still thinking about the game on offense. Their brain are firing right now, trying to figure out how to get through G2, but every 50 seems to go to a G2 player, uncontested in the midfield. Atomic and Daniel jumping, freestyling, got the match point!
G2 are incredible. Daniel goes up for the ball, calls Atomic off. OG doesn't know what to do. They're trying to calculate what's even... Because he hit it with the wheels of his car, he didn't mess up the shot for Daniel. The ball really didn't move at all. And it was a free shot for Daniel to take. The gameplay from G2 is so fun to witness. They play like no one else we've seen in NA.
How about Daniel withstanding Com, bearing down onto him. He avoids him and gets the clear. OG have to force this game onto Champions Field, and they're certainly trying it. Com trying a little cheeky bump, and Nolly will slap that ball in. OG not gonna go quietly.
And what a day Nolly has been having hitting these marks. He has been in the shooting position more than anyone else, where he's got a free ball, he needs to hit the spot, and he's been able to. He really has done such a great job of capitalizing on the opportunities that come his way.
That touch will be to G2. He's got a full tank behind JNaps, and that's a great 50 from JNaps. He gets under beast mode, forces the touch too high. Unfortunately, Nolly kind of frozen there with G2 bearing down on him. They do force it through, though. Can the speed change for OG? G2 trying to play with rhythm. OG have been able to take advantage of that several times. They're still trying to, but G2, the layers help support when that first man challenge goes the wrong way. OG are back on defense. JNaps trying to bite Atomic, or get Atomic to bite too hard, but Atomic is thoughtful about how he chews down. JNaps can't get away from Beast Mode, who just weaves his way behind JNaps. Still gets back to the ball, and OG might have a chance to score unless Daniel snipes it down the middle of the field.
Daniel caught him out. You could see, who was this last back? JNaps, maybe a little bit thrown off. You saw how close G2 was playing. Also, JNaps had no boost and gets cut around, so G2 will tie it up.
Yeah, I feel like JNaps, he knew that Com didn't have a play on the ball as soon as it went back to Daniels. Tried to make up for it in that low boost situation. There's no way he's going to defend it. With Daniel getting the free touch, your best bet might be just to dive forward and challenge on that play. It really comes down to Nolly earlier on the first challenge.
See, plan B hit for Beast Mode, just trying to break up the counterattack. There's a fake, leaves that for Beast Mode. I love that from Atomic. G2 plays with so much confidence.
Daniel, nice roll up. Now OG need an idea to get through the midfield. That soft touch there might do it. A little risky. That was second to third man, but they make it work. JNaps wins another touch. Beast Mode has to dive back. Now Nolly can't get back to the ball. Flying back, cutting off rotation is his teammates to keep him away, but Beast Mode had to give another play up. Nolly up high for this. Can't read Beast Mode's touch. Daniel through the midfield on the 50 again. Beast Mode gonna be ready right next to him if it fails. And he'll make sure Com keeps that ball as tight as possible. Otherwise, that's another G2 goal. Still a pass. No one wants to go. Daniel will wait for Com's touch, who has no boost, and you see them starting to get desperate, James. Starting to give up the ball in those situations, feeling G2 where they're not.
But it also is that situation where OG thrives. In those low boost situations where their challenges have to be perfect, they find ways to wriggle out of those tight situations over and over again.
Beast Mode, no boosts, but it drops out of Daniel, then the shot's in. Daniel has become unlocked. They're feeding him now.
This is that third man Daniel shooting. When he can get an opportunity to make a play, it's still dangerous. It's like, pick your poison. Do you let Beast Mode and Atomic tear you up, or would you rather go up against the Daniel third man shooting?
You know, actually, I'll take the Daniel third man shooting because at least Beast Mode doesn't make me feel like I installed the wrong game. Or Beast Mode does make me feel like that. Daniel doesn't make me feel like that.
I mean, it definitely looks like they're playing a different game out there.
I mean, they definitely are. G2, they're showing you why. They beat 2 out of the best 3 teams in Europe, in Copenhagen. Only losing the Gentlemates in the grand finals. This team is ridiculous.
And not only are they making all the finals in North America, but to do it internationally as well. It shows you how good G2 actually is. But OG is hanging right in there. They're still just 1 goal behind, and they've had some magical moments so far. They'll need another one here as we approach this final minute of gameplay.
G2, they know that OG have to come out and chase them, so they're just holding the ball, daring them to come forward. Come, use more of your boost. Yeah, come out and stretch for this 50. We know you're not positioned for the follow-up because we're the ones holding the ball. We're the ones holding the cards. G2 looking for their 6th straight regional final appearance. Here comes Nolly, going for the air dribble, bump, double, what he got? Back to Cobb. Oh, no!
Oh! Was that, who touched that ball? It looked like it was Nolly. Trail.
It was Nolly. He was coming out of net, commented into him. Oh.
That is a play we will have to look at again. I cannot believe that wasn't a goal for OG.
Calm, racing back, trying to get the demos. JNaps might have found an opening. Atomic gets the 50. Daniel's following close, recovers immediately off the back wall, but Nolly with a heavy touch. How's he gonna make it work? Oh, almost. Atomic got it. Dangerous. 12 seconds for OG. They've got to find a way to get this ball in. Back to JNaps, looking for Nolly. Nolly up high. The end of the game, 0-second heroics on the board. Calm, up high, Beast Mode is there. There's no window, no gate for OG, and there's no battering ram. G2 hold the walls to another grand final.
Oh man, what a series that was. And I think I speak for everybody when I say that OG had us believing they could do it. That ever since they burned G2, kept the ball up at 0 seconds, they won those 2 games in a row. You're thinking they could do it. And even in this one, it was so close. But G2 have the edge. They are just that good. And they get to another grand final. That is every open qualifier in North America, G2 has been in the grand final. That is crazy.
You know what they say, James? The standard is the standard. Well, Sathu and company, they have set that standard for 6 straight open qualifiers, even before that.